Hi YouTube, this is Rose and I'm making this video to share and expose this gentleman that is actually exposed himself. Hi YouTube, this is Rose and I will be reading the real story of Ralph Shortey. And what I will be reading is a copy of the affidavit when a warrant was requested in the District Court of Cleveland County, State of Oklahoma, by the court clerk Marilyn Williams. Your affidavit has recently learned through conversation, interviews, and reports of the defendant soliciting the prostitution of a minor under the age of 18. On March 9, 2017, more police officers contacted the defendant in a hotel room 120 at the Super 8 Hotel located at 1520 North Service, Moore, Oklahoma. The defendant was present inside the room alone with the 17-year-old male juvenile, hereafter referred to as J.M. Officers present observed a strong odor of marijuana coming from the room and inside the room at the time of their contact with the defendant. Officers later seized an empty green plastic container with a printed label stating Colorado Retail Marijuana. The container smelled of and contained a small amount of marijuana residue. The officers learned of a conversation on a messaging app, Kik, between the defendant and J.M. Upon closer examination, the conversation was between an online moniker of Jamie Tittle with Kik ID of the name of Jamie. Kik ID. Birinko for you. J.M. advised the officers that Jamie Tilley was the defendant, and the defendant advised the officers that he had an online name of Jamie. The online conversation included J.M. advising the defendant, "I need money for spring break." The defendant replied, "I don't have any legitimate things I need help with right now. Would you be interested in some sexual stuff?" J.M. responded, "Yes." The conversation goes on with both discussing logistics and how and where J.M. and the defendant were going to meet. J.M. tells the defendant, "Hey, keep updated because I want you bad, daddy." Then defendant responds, "I'm going to beep you like a good little boy if you keep calling me daddy." The message included a smiley face emo after boy. J.M. makes the statement, "I want your vim and all my man beep." J.M. corrects himself, stating cum. The defendant states, "Boy, female part, baby boy." I'll just say the word, boy, pussy, boy, baby boy. The message includes a smiley face emo after boy. The defendant asks J.M., "Gotcha. You gonna want to smoke?" J.M. responds, "That's up to you." The defendant goes back to ask J.M., "Sounds good. You can bring a pipe or something and a lighter." Approximately at 5 hours, the defendant messages J.M. and states, "K, I'll be down the street a couple of houses in 10 minutes or so." Approximately at 6 hours, the defendant states, 1:35, about to exit 4th. Approximately 13 hours, the defendant messages J.M. stating, "I'm here." Shortly after that message, a witness observes J.M. enter a white Jeep Cherokee driven by an unknown male. The witness follows the Cherokee to the Circle K at Southeast 4th and Eastern, then the Super 8 Hotel, where both J.M. and the unknown male entered the hotel to rent a room. The witness observed J.M. and the unknown adult male enter the room 120 of the Super 8 Hotel. The unknown male was later identified by officers as the defendant of the white Cherokee, was registered through the state of Oklahoma to the defendant. Officers found an open box of condoms in the defendant's backpack, a bottle of lotion in the backpack of J.M. During the interview, advised Jamie Tilley was the defendant. the defendant's backpack and the bottle of lotion in the backpack of JM. JM, during the interview, advised... Oh, I'm so sorry. I made that same mistake last time. JM, during an interview, advised Jamie Tilley was the defendant and Kick user name, Brinko4U, was the defendant. JM advised that he took approximately 1 gram of marijuana to the hotel with him, and the defendant brought approximately 1 gram of marijuana with him to the hotel. JM advised that they were smoking the marijuana when the officers knocked on the door. JM and the defendant both advised that they had known each other for approximately 1 year. JM advised the defendant and him originally met through a Craigslist personal encounter ad. The Super 8 Hotel is approximately 936 feet from the First Christian Church, located at 629 Northwest 12th Street, Monroe, Oklahoma. Okay, there you go. I want to include this. This is from Wikipedia. Ralph Shortey is an American politician and alleged child prostitute purveyor. Very interesting. He serves as a Republican member of the Oklahoma Senate. Shortey has been married to his high school sweetheart since 2002, and he studied at Heartland Baptist Bible College in Oklahoma City. So he claims to be a Christian, I'm sure. He has been in office since 2010 and was endorsed by the Arizona Sheriff, Joe Arpaio, for his anti-immigrant stance and by Senator James Lankford for his conservative principles. In 2012, he proposed a bill outlining the use of aborted fetuses in food. Beth and Dog the Bounty Hunter hosted a rally on Shortey's election in 2014. See how they all promote each other? When you see things getting promoted by these famous people, and man, there's so many red flags, and that's one of them. During the 2000, and being a politician is a serious red flag. During the 2016 Republican presidential primary, Shortey endorsed Donald Trump. In February 2017, Shortey came under criticism for introducing a bill in Oklahoma State to amend State Questions 780 and 781, just 2 months after they were passed. His argument is that the referendum was poorly understood by the electorate, but is viewed by being detached or putting partisan politics over a vocal will of the people by so many. SQ 780 and 781 lowered the penalties for the nonviolent drug possessions from the felony to misdemeanor, and was seen by many progressive groups as a positive step in ending the war on drugs. Shortey is continually facing charges of soliciting a minor of prostitution, prostitution within 1,000 feet of a church, and transporting someone for prostitution after being caught with an underage boy in a Moore, Oklahoma motel room. The senator responded to the situation by anonymously voting to remove a variety of Shortey's privileges. Okay. He retains the position of senator, the ability to vote, and his pay. Okay, I wanted to add that in. Thank you. Ralph Shortey. This is from an article. Here's a picture of him with Donald Trump Jr. that he posted on his Twitter account. Was honored to have lunch today with Donald Trump Jr. and some very influential and passionate business leaders in our state. Love hearing the war stories from the campaign trails and what the next phase in restoring our republic. Looking forward to an exciting future and hope to be a big part of it. Well, you are now. He is an extremely electric guy with a magnetic personality, and like his dad, very humble man with a true passion to make our country better. So that's not a good thing for his father if he's like his dad. Okay, folks, thanks for your time. I appreciate it. Bye. I just want to add this update from Phil Cross tweets. Okay, this was from 18 minutes ago. Senator Shortey has now been in the Cleveland County Jail for more than an hour being processed on his child prostitution charges. There you go. Many of those who worked with him that have told me they are shocked by his charges. Shortey's bail enforcement legislation provided much needed oversight of bounty hunters and bail enforcement. Shortey was escorted to jail by his bail bondsman. He has written legislation that helps bail and enforcement industry. Shortey said he had no comment at this time, but he said he will make a statement later. 2 hours ago, he's just turned himself in. There we go. Good deal.